From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Quick reminder, there is a free Weather NorCal app. You may already know about it, but I want to remind you, everything that I offer on Weather NorCal is available on the app as well. So, do you enjoy Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals? Well, you can go to the animal family section. That's also where you can find Pet of the Week. There's also an ag report that I do once a week, and that is also on the app. So don't be afraid to scroll up and down and check out what's all on the app, because it's not just weather, although it's primarily weather, and that's what the main focus is. But there is some fun stuff in there as well. We do have the north winds, not so fun. They'll be picking up here later this afternoon. Unfortunately, elevating that fire danger. But the good news is there is going to be a chance for some showers for parts of Siskiyou and Modoc County, but nothing major. The valley floor may be flirting with that triple-digit mark again later on this week. But still, overall, no major heat waves are in the forecast anytime soon. There's your quick look at your neighborhood. Around 90 for most of us in the valley. There's that chance for showers for Siskiyou and Modoc County, with temperatures mainly in the 70s, even some low 80s for the higher elevations. So the winds, yes, they're picking up here later on this afternoon for especially the north and west side of the valley. Gusty winds for the eastern mountains, and still those gusty north winds out along the coast. Let's take you into tomorrow morning. Look at the valley. Still very strong winds there, but the winds are dying down in the eastern mountains. And we're also still seeing those gusty winds for many of us along the coast. That continues for Wednesday afternoon, especially for the valley and for the coast. And then going into Thursday, it just doesn't look like it's going to get much better. The wind's still very strong, over 20, 30 miles per hour for the valley. A little strong even out towards Modoc and Siskiyou counties, but there you can see in Lassen and Plumas counties, the wind's not that bad, but still some gusty winds out along the coast. So what does that do for our fire weather risk? Again, this takes into account the heat, the winds, and the humidity. Temperatures are increasing, and so are the winds. Humidity levels are also starting to drop. So there you can see where we're seeing the strongest winds in the valley, the north end. That's where we have the elevated fire risk here for today. Taking you into your Wednesday, all of the valley seeing those strong north winds. As a result, we're well into those oranges. That is in that high category when you're talking about that fire weather risk. Taking you into your Thursday, there you can still see, even though the winds may be dropping just a tad, we're still within that moderate to high range here for most of the valley. The good news is the wind should start to die down by Friday, and that will mean most likely the fire danger dropping a bit. But the winds, as I mentioned, you saw that for today, especially this afternoon, tomorrow and Thursday. Cooler air riding to our north, keeping those temperatures at bay, but a ridge of high pressure starts to build in toward the end of the week. And especially on Fridays when it will be its strongest, temperatures will be flirting with that triple-digit mark, but I think most of us in the valley still just below 100 degrees. I guess that's something that's probably a good thing, right? And then that warmer air starts to move out as the next batch of cold air moves in from the north on Saturday, not to mention Sunday. And then we see another slight increase. But overall, as we go into next week, look what's happening. We have what's called a zonal flow type pattern. You see, we're not seeing any big ridges of high pressure or any big troughs of low pressure. So no extremes in either direction as far as heat is concerned or cooler air. However, we are going to keep those temperatures above normal, but just no oppressive heat in the forecast. There's a next storm system right here. This is mainly bringing rain to the Pacific Northwest, but as it clips us, it'll bring us some clouds. And as I mentioned, maybe some of those showers for the northern mountains here. So there's the big swirling area of low pressure. There's the cooler air. I mean, that's all moving in our direction and heading closer to us. And that's why we're expecting those cooler temperatures. But also for today, there are the clouds, especially to the north, maybe some showers for Siskiyou and Modoc County. But the rest of us should remain dry. Maybe some fog again, maybe some drizzle for the coast tomorrow morning, but there you can see dry for everyone else. Maybe some of that fog burning off here for the second half of the day on Wednesday. for the coast. Taking into your Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, well, not much in the way of fog even for the coast Thursday morning, so it looks like a little bit more in the way of sunshine by the end of the week as we go along the coast, and of course plenty of sunshine elsewhere as well, and not to mention those dry conditions. All right, so here's what it looks like today. Temperatures kind of hovering around that 90-degree mark in the valley, 70s and some 80s for some of the warmer spots in the higher elevations, and we do have those temperatures mainly upper 50s and low 60s along the coast, and again, maybe that stray shower for parts of Siskiyou and Modoc County. There's a look at your 7-day outlook for the valley. You can see temperatures kind of going up close to 100 degrees for Friday, and then they start to kind of go down again, but still mainly just above normal for this time of the year. The coast, you're looking at temperatures mainly in the upper 50s to low 60s for the next 7 days. Inland and Weaverville, most likely seeing the temperatures increase on Friday, right? And then they start to drop again as we go into the weekend and early next week. Your 7-day outlook for Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the Eastern Mountains, there's that chance for an isolated shower for Mount Shasta and Alturas, mainly Siskiyou and Modoc counties, but I think the Eastern Mountains should remain dry today. And then temperatures also for the mountains increasing, peaking on Friday, and then for the most part we start to see those temperatures begin to drop, especially by the second half of the weekend and early next week.